Today I'm going to give you 3 of the best tips that you need to know if you want to snipe every car in Forza Horizon 5. Obviously, sniping rare cars is a very fun thing to do. I've done a ton of videos on my channel, but of course there is a bit of secret sauce to it to make sure that you can get it as easy as possible. But just before the video starts, guys, 98% of you are yet to subscribe, so do me a favor, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to turn on post notifications. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away every rare car I have done on the series so far. But if you don't want to snipe rare cars, then you should listen to today's sponsor. If you're looking for a cheap, fast, and reliable way to get hundreds of millions of credits, as well as hundreds of wheel spins, you need to check out Mitch. I personally have used Mitch to get hundreds of millions of credits, but don't just take my word for it, take the words of 10,000 Trustpilot reviews as well. But they don't only just do credits, they also do wheel spins, modded accounts, rare cars, and so much more. So if you need any of their services, they will be in my bio. And don't forget to use code John for 5% off. Thank you, Mitch, for sponsoring. And let's get on with the video. All right, guys, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you guys have a wired internet connection. Now, you can purchase one of these pretty easily. I think they cost around £20-25 or around $30 US. Preferably, you want to try and get your router and you want to try and plug in an Ethernet cable directly from the router to your PlayStation or your PC. But if you can't do that, then the WLAN adapters would be amazing for you. So I will leave a link to it in the description down below. Now, the reason why I say that is because Forza Horizon 5 servers are pretty rubbish sometimes. So to avoid all of that actually happening, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have got wide internet, which means then you will have less chances of losing communications with the Forza Horizon 5 servers. Now, the second thing that you should be doing as well is you should be going into your settings. So what we're going to do right now, we're just going to quickly back out, head on into the main game. And what you want to do is you want to head on over to the settings. You want to click on accessibility and you want to go all the way down until you see this here, which says moving backgrounds. The moving backgrounds is the cinematics that you see once you enter the garage or your home. In order to snipe it a lot faster and get a faster response time, what you want to do is you want to turn this off. Then what you want to do is you want to press save, and then I will show you guys right now what it looks like. So we're just going to quickly enter the Horizon Festival, and as you can see, instead of the cinematic background you guys saw earlier, you now just get yourself basically a background which is the cover image for Forza Horizon 5. Now, if you don't want to do that, that is completely fine. However, this is going to be the fastest way for you guys to snipe. But if you're a content creator like me and you want to actually showcase the car in the background, then what you need to do is you need to do the following. You need to pick one of the smallest cars. So the smallest car arguably is going to be the P50. So all you want to do is you just want to enter the car, and then what we want to do, we're just going to disable the setting right now for the moving backgrounds being switched off, and we're going to switch them back on. Now, this is a little bit of a speculation, but basically people have said, and from what I have noticed in my experience, is basically if you go and you try to snipe something with a smaller car as opposed to the big car like the Porsche 911 GT3R I just had, the loading time when you're entering into the auction house will be a lot faster. Now, I again thought it was speculation at first, but I did actually try this myself and it actually does work. So if you do want to keep the cinematic going on in the background like you can see right now, then my encouragement to you guys would be to just go for a small vehicle like a P50. If not, the BMW i7 will work, the Abarth will work. Literally just any car that's really small, or the smallest car that you've got in your garage, will definitely help when it comes to the loading and getting into the auction house and trying to snipe some vehicles. Now, for the final step that I want to show you guys, which is a super important step, is you've got to know the button methods. So basically, if you are on controller, let's say you're on PlayStation like myself, what you want to do is you want to start mastering the key binds that you need in order to snipe a car very quickly. So what you want to do basically is you want to press X, X, triangle, down, X, X. Now, I will try and show an example of this right here. There we go. Boom, just like that. You see how fast I did that? Now I'm going to show that on an example for a car which is very common, but obviously you guys will be able to use when sniping. And it is really good practice as well. The best car that I have used to practice this is going to be the Buick GSX, just simply because it is such a cheap car in the market. You can see it's like literally 20,000. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to press X, X. Once it loads in, press triangle, down, X, X. Okay, it's very quick. Of course, other people are going to be sniping this and other people know how to do this, so you want to try and practice this as much as possible. So try this on any car that you can get into the auction house if you've got the credits. If you don't have the credits, obviously check out Mitch. The link will be in the description and also in my bio. You can use John for 5% off. So we're going to try it again. So let's get back to it. So you want to press X, X, find a selection, triangle, spam it down, X, X. Okay, now we're going to try and do that as fast as possible for the next one right now. Okay, here we go. We're going to try and do it as quick. Let's try and not mess this up. Okay, did you see how fast that took? Obviously, it took a little bit longer than usual to get it loaded in. Obviously, you saw how fast I did the buyout. Now, that won't be a case for you guys, especially if you're going for rare cars, because when you go for rare cars, all it is showing basically maybe one, maybe even two listings if you're lucky. So the time that it took for me for the Buicks to load up was all just because there was so many Buicks here. But again, you won't have that when you're going for Pro Stock Camaros, BMW M5s, or whatever rare car that you're trying to go for. Okay, so now what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get ourselves a Pro Stock Camaro again, just so I can show you guys in reality just how to do it. So as you can see, there is none here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to it when there is eventually one to be claimed. And again, as I was saying, guys, all you want to do is literally get used to pressing back and just double tapping the X button. Okay, you don't have to change the make and model. Once you've set it once, it keeps it there and it saves it there. So all you need to do is just simply back out and double tap the X button, and then you just want to keep doing this until eventually you get one like that. And as you can see, we did that insanely fast. I would be surprised if we didn't get it. And as you can see, the buyout was successful. So we've been able to snipe every single car in this example video right now. Guys, go ahead and do it yourself. And of course, if you don't want to snipe the rare cars, make sure you go check out Mitch and use code John for 5% off. My name is John. You guys have been awesome, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.